Welcome again to coverage of the 2024 Quincy Shootout on Central Illinois Sports. The final game of the evening, Imhotep Charter and Chaminade matching up here. Alongside Brian Shoemaker, I'm Charlie Hull. Tim Hull manning our camera at center court here at Blue Devil Gymnasium as the 12-2 Imhotep Charter squad takes on 9-5 Chaminade. We'll talk more about the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Stay tuned on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
You're getting thirsty, bold, refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
Well, who are some players to watch in this contest? Well, there's several. First of all, for Chaminade, Ben Winker, the 6'10 junior, offers from SIUE, Lindenwood, SEMO, and Florida Gulf Coast. Jahadi White, the 6'7 sophomore, offers from SLU, Lindenwood, and SEMO. And Jamison White, the 6'5 sophomore, with offers from SLU, Lindenwood, and SEMO. They kind of go as a package deal. For Imhotep Charter, Ahmed Noel is a 6-foot senior, signed with UConn, the University of Connecticut. And quite the program there, of course, currently ranked first in the AP poll in NCAA Division I men's basketball. Chaminade, we've seen them play in the shootout several times throughout the years, and just an amazingly consistent program out of the St. Louis area. And the Flyers were a team last year that really impressed us in their 2 games here. Won both of those contests. They'll take on this Imhotep Charter Panthers squad and look to win the nightcap contest at this opening day of the 2024 Quincy Shootout. We'll have coverage for you starting tomorrow morning with a 9 a.m. contest, as Winchester West Central will take on Principia, and then action throughout the day. We hope you'll tell your friends and join us on Central Illinois Sports. We'll pause for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups next. Back with you after this.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs, or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Are you tired of being caught off guard? Slipping up in a winter storm? Don't let this be you. Say goodbye to shovels that break faster than your New Year's resolution.
Well, before the snow falls, visit your local Farm and Home Supply, your one-stop shop for everything winter. From snow blowers to a sturdy snow shovel. From different size ice scrapers to ice melt. And from sleds to hats, gloves, coats, bibs, and a lot more, we got you covered.
Warning, finding everything in one place may lead to extreme joy and the absence of disappointment. Farm and Home Supply is not responsible for spontaneous snowball fights, increased snow angel production, or the overwhelming desire to hug your snowblower.
Giving the teams a little more time to warm up and get the shot clock and game clock to sync up. They've had a little problem with that here today, but the folks working hard here at Blue Devil Gymnasium to get that in order here. Imhotep Charter, the Panthers, taking on Chaminade, the Flyers, out of Chaminade College Prep in the St. Louis area. Brian, anytime you have a player on your team who's going to the University of Connecticut, you've got a pretty good squad, and Ahmad Knoll is one of those guys, and he's a guy for this team.
Yeah, he's wow, just a standout talent, and probably one of the standout players of this entire shootout this weekend that we get to witness here, Charlie. And there's always that one guy every year that's Quincy Shootout, and he's probably the guy that we're going to kind of talk about, really lavish over here a little bit. But this Imhotep Prep team is top to bottom. They've got some big guys. They've got some stout, physical guys here. This will be Quincy High's opponent tomorrow night. On the opposite side for Chaminade, Quincy High has played and defeated Chaminade in a really close contest, I believe, Charlie.
So we'll get a little chance to gauge where they might be in their matchup tomorrow. But these two teams both rearing to go here in a crowd that's stuck around in the lower part of this gymnasium after the Quincy High game finished up. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at our Farm and Home Supply starting lineups for you. First of all, for the visiting team, which will be Chaminade in this contest, the Flyers. How about Red Devils? They're not the Flyers. They're the Red Devils.
Red Devils.
I was going to say, man, the Flyers. I'm like, that's East St. Louis. They are the Red Devils. Yeah, I have it on my card as both.
We'll blame Jack. We always blame Jack.
9-5 on the season for the Red Devils, and apologize, no disrespect, just the brain doesn't function as well in game number 4 as it did in game number 1. They'll start at a guard, a 6'2 junior, Colin Perry. At a second guard, the 6'2 sophomore, Johnny Jordan. And at the third guard is the 6'2 junior, Colin Keller. At a forward, a sophomore, he's 6'8, Jamison White. And at the other forward, the 6'8 sophomore, Jahadi White Jr. Jahadi White, Jamison White, Keller, Jordan, and Perry for Chaminade. For Imhotep Charter, the Panthers. Andre Noble, the head coach of this squad. They are 12-2, according to Max Preps, and they'll start at a guard, a 6'2 senior, Ahmad Knoll. At a second guard, a 5'9 sophomore, R.J. Smith. And the third guard will be a sophomore, Latif Lorenzano White. At a forward, a 6'6 sophomore, Zaire Muhammad Gray. And at the other forward, a 6'6 senior, that's Jeremiah White. So White, Muhammad Gray, Lorenzano White, Smith, and Knoll for Imhotep Charter. That's a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. We get ready for tip-off from Blue Devil Gymnasium next on Central Illinois Sports.
Hey, grab me one too.
Ready for tip-off here as the Red Devils and the Panthers go head-to-head. Chaminade in the black uniforms, white numbers, and a red outline, and the Panthers are in the white uniforms with the red numbers and lettering here tonight. Alongside Brian Shoemaker, I'm Charlie Hull, Tim Hull, our cameraman at midcourt, and certainly glad you've chosen to spend your evening with us here on Central Illinois Sports from the 2024 Quincy Shootout. The opening tip of this contest is up and controlled by Chaminade. As the Red Devils bring it into the front court and have it quickly stolen away. R.J. Smith with the steal. Shot up no good. And on the rebound, pulling it away for Chaminade is Jamison White. Work the ball down low. Ball knocked loose. Run down out front by Perry. On the right-hand side, Johnny Jordan, and the ball knocked away, and it'll be the basketball headed to the Panthers.
Yeah, we
7:25 to play in this first half. Here's a dribble drive in. Shot put up is up and good. Jamison White with the bucket and puts Imhotep Charter on top in the early going. There's a pass on the right wing now. Johnny Jordan. Dribble drive in by White. White up and good. And ties the game up at 2 points apiece as Chaminade gets the response. Into the front court, Ahmad Knoll. Works the pass to the wing. Good look from the three-point line. Won't fall this time for Muhammad Gray. And the rebound to the Red Devils. Jordan into the front court. 6:40 to play in the first period. Chaminade looking for their first lead of the contest. You said they and Quincy High played. Was that at the Highland Shootout?
That was at the Highland Shootout as we work to get some things here. Rebound comes down to the hands of Jeremiah White on the miss.
Knoll will bring it across for the squad from the top. Prep shot no good. Charter, excuse me, and the rebound pulled down. Both teams having a little trouble putting the ball in the basket to start the game. Jahadi White and Jamison White, the pair of sophomores for this Chaminade squad, and they're pretty easy to spot out there, Brian. Here's a pull-up jump shot up by Johnny Jordan, and he puts Chaminade on top by 2.
I apologize, Charlie. I might have got you some incorrect stuff here on the card.
5:48 to play in the first period. Smith with the basketball. He'll work the runner-up. Shot but no good, and the rebound saved and bounced by Smith. Keeps it alive for his teammate in Lorenzo White. Here's a ball now loose as Muhammad Gray couldn't control it, and it's ball out of bounds for Chaminade.
Second turnover of the basketball game here for Imhotep Charter with 5:33 left to go on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard as they are working to get the big scoreboard here updated as well at Blue Devil Gymnasium.
A lot of work to do after that Blue Devil game, especially when folks just head out of here in a hurry, right?
Well, some of them might have fallen asleep as well.
Here's a pass on the wing. Colin Keller, 3 no good. And the rebound down to the Panthers. Into the front court. Knoll drives in. High glass won't fall. Rebound out of bounds. Heads the way of Chaminade. 5:09 to play in the first period. 4-2 the Chaminade lead. Even though, yeah, I agree. The big scoreboard still says Geneseo.
Yeah.
It took them a while to get those 4 points in their game, and now timeout of the backcourt as Chaminade wants the 30-second break. On the Adams Network timeout, we pause as well. 5 minutes to play in the first. Chaminade up 4-2. Five minutes to play in the first period. A timeout taken by Chaminade. A little bit of a slow start for these two teams. They had to kind of stand around and wait for that other game to get over with.
Yeah.
Nothing against the contest that was just finished up, but it wasn't what you call one of the more exciting things you've ever had to watch. This Quincy High won by nearly 60 points. Here's a ball knocked loose and stays with Chaminade on the sideline in the front court.
Knoll able to tip that one out of bounds. Checking in for Chaminade is number 5, Jacob Robinson, coming into the basketball game, the 5'10 junior. Sitting down will be Colin Keller.
Johnny Jordan on the point. Hands it off to Perry. Perry at the free throw line. Fakes the jump shot. Now to Jordan. Gets the ball to the right side to Robinson, and he tries to feed the post, and they'll call foul underneath on Imhotep Charter.
Foul's going to go against Jeremiah White. It'll be his first, team first for Imhotep Charter, and the first of the ball game comes at 4:39 as those guys were just banging in the post, Charlie.
There's a lot of big bodies out there, aren't there?
A lot of big cats out here as a shot's going to go up by White. And the foul is going to again get whistled against Jeremiah White. That'll be his second, team second. And stepping to the line will be Jahadi White Jr.
Yeah, there's Jahadi White and Jamison White on Chaminade, and then Jeremiah White for Imhotep Charter. That's why a little confused there.
Oh, okay. First free throw is up, rolls around, hangs around the front of the rim, and does not fall. Checking in for Imhotep Charter is Zion Green, the 6'8 freshman, Charlie. 6'8 freshman. That's a tall freshman.
He had a growth spurt early.
Man, oh man. White Jr. will line up for the second free throw. That one will fall. That's his first point of the contest. And it's now a 5-2 lead here for Chaminade. 4:29 left to go here in the first quarter. You're watching it all live from Quincy, Illinois on Central Illinois Sports.
Pass in the corner. 3-ball on the way is no good by Lorenzo White. And the ball heads the way of Chaminade. There's a pull-up 3 now by Jamison White, and the shot clock didn't start.
And Chaminade is most frustrated because that shot went in.
And it'll be Chaminade basketball.
So they have dealt with this all evening long, Charlie.
Yeah, the clock that you see a picture of on your screen is the one that's above the baskets. That's the one we have a best look at here as well. It, for some reason, is not syncing up with the big board above that, the background, and then the traditional scoreboard on the same end of the gym that we're on. And it's been a little frustrating to the teams here so far, as the players are used to kind of being able to glance up at that right above the rim. We're back to live action. Pass gets kicked to the wing, and the turnover on Chaminade is Jamison White not able to corral that one.
Their first of the contest. Checking in for Imhotep Charter during that last dead ball was Cody Colson, a 5'11 sophomore, as he comes in. And Imhotep Charter has the length of the floor to go here against full court pressure from Chaminade.
Knoll with the basketball. And work the pass to the free throw line. That's to Zion Green. Around the horn it comes to Colson. He wants the screen and roll to set up here. Nope, just hands it off to Muhammad Gray. Now back to Colson on a pull-up shot, no good. No, it does fall through. Wow, that ball was coming off the rim and then took a little head back to the bottom of the net.
Just a little bit of a, maybe it's just a little, everything's a little off balance here. Gave it a friendly roll.
Here's a drive in, off balance runner is up, won't fall for Colin Perry, and the rebound heads the way of the Panthers. Colson with it on the bounce. On the right side, dribble drive in. Cut off there as Muhammad Gray was looking to get to the basket. Zaire Muhammad Gray is a 6'6 sophomore. A lot of youngsters. Here's a 3 on the way by Henderson, no good. And the rebound down to Chaminade's Johnny Jordan. Jordan on the dribble for Chaminade, playing the visitor role here tonight. Chopping up good on the three-pointer, and an and one on the 4-point play opportunity as Jacob Robinson knocks it down.
Carnell Henderson will get whistled for the foul. That's going to be his first. Be the second of the quarter here against Imhotep Charter. A couple of substitutions back in for Chaminade. Tracy Collins checks back in along with Ben Winker. And at the line is Jacob Robinson trying to get not 1, 2, 3, but 4 points in the same play. 3:04 left to go here in the first quarter, as Chaminade leads 8-4. And the free throw is up and count it. The 4-point play is complete for Jacob Robinson.
Chaminade with a good start here. 9-4 the score. And now they're benched with the defense chant, trying to have their team get a stop. Colson on the run, and they do get a stop as it's stolen away into the front court. Tracy Collins Collins kicks it on top. Robinson for another three. It's an air ball this time, and the rebound heads the way of Imhotep Charter as Knoll leads his teammate into the front court, and Carnell Henderson who puts it up and in for an easy two.
Carnell Henderson's first basket of the ball game.
Nice job by Knoll to really see the whole court. Here's a dribble drive in by Tracy Collins, and they'll say the ball was knocked away from him as it went out of bounds on the baseline. As into the contest for Chaminade, we'll see Michael Rachel for the first time. He will replace Jamison White.
Chaminade has logged a lot of players in here in the first quarter, Charlie. Went deep into the bench.
Both of these teams are young. Just one senior on the Chaminade roster. That's Michael Rachel, who just came in. And we've seen a ton of youngsters for Imhotep Charter. As a three-point shot, no good. A rebound is secured by Cody Colson, and he'll be fouled.
Colson will get fouled. Checking back in here for Imhotep Charter is going to be number 1, R.J. Smith, along with Carnell Henderson coming quickly back into the basketball game.
Just 3 seniors on the Panthers roster. These are young squads. 2:17 to play in the opening period. 9-6 the Chaminade lead. All out front to Muhammad Gray. Hands it off to Henderson. Now left side. Smith had to go through his hands and out of bounds on a turnover, the 4th already by this Panther team.
Well, you get some young players on the floor like this, Charlie. No matter how talented of a team you are, sometimes as a young player, you're just a little bit prone to those turnovers. And we're seeing that in play here just a little bit for Imhotep Charter.
2 minutes to play in the first period. The ball stolen away into the front court on the run out. Can he control it? No. Shot put up is no good by Zion Green. And then a foul on the rebound, or just knocked out of bounds. Looks like just knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Panthers underneath.
Knoll looks to be the trigger man here underneath the Imhotep Charter basket. 1:53 left to go in the first quarter.
Inbounds pass out top to Smith. Puts it on the dribble. Kicks to the wing. Drive now by Lorenzo White. Gets it to the big man. Shot up no good by Green again, and Winker has the rebound. Into the front court, Collins. Gets it to Madden Irving, who's in for the first time, a 5'9" junior. Both teams have gone deep into the bench. As Brian told you, Robinson now gets it out top. Little crossover. Passes to the corner to Irving for 3, no good. And the rebound down to Carnell Henderson. He wants to push the pace into the front court and went too fast and had that ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers, much to the dismay of the Chaminade bench.
Both teams really trying to get penetration into the hole and maybe dish off here. You saw that in the last possession for Imhotep Charter as Zion Green really just took a strong take into the basket and didn't find it on the pass. And checking in for Chaminade here, believe checking back in was Jacob Robinson, and we're going to get a timeout here on the floor. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. For fast internet service that won't let you down, Adams Fiber, the guys to give a call. Visit them online at followthefiber.net. It's a 30-second timeout here on Central Illinois Sports.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
After the timeout taken by Chaminade, they'll have the ball into their own basket, but had trouble getting it in, so they take their second timeout of the opening quarter, leading 9-6.
Well, Charlie, maybe
I'm
not
a little confused. Did Imhotep Charter take that timeout? They signaled the Chaminade.
That's what I thought, too.
I'm real confused now. As Imhotep Charter will have the basketball. Did that not just change possessions on when we came back there? Here's a drive in, shot put up by Knoll, no good. But he's fouled and heads to the free throw line.
Knoll will head to the free throw line. Foul is going to go against number 33. That's going to go against Ben Winker. That'll be his first. Second of the quarter against Chaminade is Ahmad Knoll steps to the free throw line. First one out of the right hand into the net is pure. That's his first point of the ball game here, Charlie.
Hasn't really tried to force much yet.
Hasn't tried to force much. Colin Keller checks back in for Chaminade. And Carnell Henderson checks back in here for Imhotep Charter. Second free throw from Knoll. Finds the mark as well. Give him 2. And it is a 9-8 basketball game. Thank you.
Little full court pressure now by Imhotep Charter. Chaminade's Johnny Jordan caught into a bad spot. Ball knocked out of bounds as he was caught into a double team from Henderson and Lorenzo White.
Well, Charlie, it doesn't matter how good of a ball handler you are, no matter how good you are offensively. We've seen the defensive pressure from these teams here tonight, and one thing's for certain, you get caught in these corners, it is no man's land. I don't care how good of a ball handler you are.
Jordan with the basketball. Into the front court, shot it up is good.
For Ben Winker.
And we get I'm going to say that they want to wipe that slick spot up as Winker gets the bucket.
His first basket of the contest comes with 41.5 seconds left to go here. Chaminade 11, Imhotep Charter 8 here on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction Scoreboard. Our last game of the night here from night 1 of the Quincy Shootout. We'll be back bright and early. Jack, Charlie, Damon, Brian, Tim, John, the whole darn crew. We'll be here early. Hope you are too. Get up and wake up, have breakfast with us from Blue Devil Gymnasium tomorrow.
Andre Noble asking some questions now after that made basket. I'm not sure what his inquiry is about, but he continues it here to the scorer's bench. 40 seconds to play in the first. As Imhotep Charter is down, but has the basketball here. 11-8 the score. And now ball out of bounds and a turnover.
Nice defensive pressure there from Ben Winker. Smith thought maybe he had a little bit of a speed mismatch against the bigger Winker, but Winker able to shut him off, and ball goes out of bounds. Checking back in for Chaminade, Jamison White will come in. Winker will take a quick seat here with 26 seconds left.
Chaminade with the 11-8 advantage. Into the front court. Comes to Johnny Jordan. To the wing. That's Keller. Keller on the spin move. Passes tipped and run down out top by Jamison White. 8 seconds to play in the period. Right side on the dribble. Robinson lets it launch, and he gets it to go. The bank is open late at Blue Devil Gymnasium as Robinson knocks it down to make it 14-8. Chaminade with the lead over Imhotep Charter after one period of action on Central Illinois Sports.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that. It looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
Ready to start quarter number 2, a 14-8 lead for Chaminade on top of Imhotep Charter, and Imhotep Charter will have the ball to start the second period.
Panthers shot 3 of 13 from the floor, 0 of 3 from behind the arc, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. For Chaminade, 5 of 11 from behind from the field, 2 of 6 from long range, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line.
Panthers with the basketball, down by 6 to start period number 2. Out front, Knoll with it. Bounce pass goes to Smith. Smith on the dribble drive, right at the bigs. Shot no good, ball out of bounds, and it'll stay on this end, I believe.
Smith is the smallest player on the court by a large margin, Charlie, but he is not afraid to try and take it into these much bigger bodies, and he's had a couple of nice drives to the hole. Now he finds a quick, just lashing Jeremiah White for the quick basket.
When you say the smallest guy, he's 5'9", and there's a couple of guys on the court. Ben Winker, 6'10", for example. He's a foot taller than him. Here's a pass into the front court. A long one comes to Keller. Down low, shot it up, no good by Jahadi White. Rebound loose and comes the way of the Panthers. Here's Knoll, drives in, takes the contact, and will head to the free throw line.
Knoll will head to the free throw line. Picking up the foul will be number 1, Perry Collin. That's going to be his first, team first of the quarter for Chaminade. And now they say that might, now they're starting to line up. Looked like it might have been on the floor, but I
think that had to be a shooting.
Yeah, that had to be a shooting foul, but we were a little confused there. Ahmad Knoll at the free throw line, 2 points on the evening, and the first one is up and good. Give him 3. All from the charity stripe here. The nice crowd has hung around here at Blue Devil Gymnasium, just enough to keep the sound going here and keep things interesting for us tonight. On our 4th of 4 games for you on the slate here tonight from Blue Devil Gym.
Knoll made them both.
Knoll makes them both. He's got 4.
Makes it a 2-point contest. Just underway here in quarter number 2. Keller with it onto the dribble. Gets it to Perry and was close to an over and back there. Perry picks up the dribble. Works it down low to White. White with a post move and has a tip and stolen away.
Third turnover against Chaminade.
Lorenzano White the other way. That's Latif Lorenzano White. Gets it to Knoll. Knoll's pass tipped around. Loose. Run down by Lorenzano White. Out top now to Muhammad Gray. And traveling the call on R.J. Smith.
5th turnover of the game against the Panthers here. And,
has not been the cleanest of starts for these two teams.
No.
But a competitive contest at the moment. 14-12. Chaminade with the lead and the basketball. Drive in by Perry. He'll put up a jumper, no good. And Knoll secures the rebound. He'll bring it into the front court now. Back out top. Looks for an opening. Near the half-court line, R.J. Smith. Smith on the dribble to the rim. No good. Rebound tipped up is good by Jeremiah White and ties the game up at 14 points apiece.
Jeremiah White with his second basket of the ball game.
And ties us up here. After Chaminade had the early lead, now the Red Devils want the timeout. We'll take it two on the Adams Fiber timeout. 6:12 to play in the half, and we're tied at 14 points apiece.
Game Masters is your headquarters for all your hunting gear. We have more than just camo hunting attire. Come check out our casual lines of Sitka, Under Armour, North Face, Columbia, Drake, and more. Pursue your prey with these off-road Quiet Cat bikes from Game Masters. Easy to transport and perfect for your next hunting adventure. Game Masters, we're passionate about the outdoors.
6:12 to play in the half. Chaminade took the timeout. Deciphered that was their second. They actually just signaled wrong earlier, and the Panthers also took a timeout earlier in the contest. So 4 left for Imhotep Charter and 3 left for Chaminade. Chaminade with the basketball in the game that's now tied at 14. Little 3/4 court pressure in the zone. Perry brings it across, gets it to Keller. He'll let it go from downtown and hits nothing but the bottom of the net. Colin Keller.
Keller with a much-needed three-pointer there for Chaminade. They're now 3 of 7 from behind the arc here so far.
On the right side to Lorenzano White. Hands it off to Knoll. Knoll on a pull-up 3, trying to answer, no good. Rebound ripped down here by Jahadi White Jr. Into the front court on the runner. Shot no good by Perry. And the rebound to Imhotep Charter. Colson into the front court. Denied there, has to pull it back out to Knoll. 5:28 to play in the half. Knoll now trying to find his mark from behind the arc and will. That was a tough shot.
That's tough. That's why you get to go to UConn. When you can make shots like that, you might get to go.
Keller into the front court. His pass is picked out of the air here. Stolen away by Colson. Turnover number 4 by Chaminade. Colson leaves it out to Knoll for an NBA range 3, and that's good. And he's starting to heat up, and we get a timeout by Chaminade. 5:05 to play in the half. Imhotep Charter has the lead, 20-17 on the Adams Network timeout.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
Ready for live action after the timeout by Chaminade. They find themselves down 20-17 now with 5:05 to play in the third as Mon Knoll has gotten going for Imhotep Charter.
A couple of really deep, really tough contested threes, Charlie, and those are just big boy shots. There's no other way to claim it than that.
Chaminade trying to get it across. They do so in the hands of Colin Perry. Left side Keller trying to answer with a three, no good. Jihadi White has the rebound, throws it back out front to Jordan. Johnny Jordan had the ball now stripped and stolen away. Turnover the fifth on Chaminade. Panthers in the front court, chop it up good here by Carnell Henderson, and foul. They'll have a chance for an and one opportunity here.
Picking up the foul for Chaminade is going to be Jihadi White Jr. That's going to be his first personal foul of the contest. It'll be the second of the quarter against Chaminade. Henderson at the line, 4 points on the evening. Free throw is up and no good, and it's going to go off the hands of Zaire Mohammed Gray. Chaminade will have the basketball, length of the floor to go here with 4:38 left to go here in the second quarter. Panthers lead 22-17.
This pressure has given them some problems, though, and now another man caught into a double team. That's Jamison White, and a foul will be called on one of the Panthers.
Foul's going to go against Mohammed Gray. That'll be his first. First of the quarter against the Panthers. Checking back in for Chaminade is going to be Ben Winker along with number 5, Jacob Robinson. Taking a seat will be Jihadi White Jr. and Colin Perry.
Keller to inbound. Gets it to Robinson in the backcourt. Works it out of the double team quickly now to Jamison White. Keller, pass right side. Three ball on the way. Up, no good for Jordan. Rebound, though, run down by Keller. Second chance opportunity in the paint, no good. Rebound tipped high and out of bounds, and it'll stay with Chaminade with 16 on the shot clock. The reset to 20. As they'll say maybe that was knocked out of there by one of the Panthers. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Robinson to Winker out front. Jordan has picked up the bounce. His pass now tipped and stolen away. Mohammed Gray with the steal. Gets it down low, shot put up no good on the runner. Mohammed Gray fights hard for the rebound, though. He'll put it back up, and an off-balance shot won't fall. And Chaminade's Ben Winker secures the board. To Jordan with under 4 minutes to play in the half. Pull-up jump shot up and no good by Jamison White. Rebound is underneath to Zion Green. And what do we have here on a whistle? A foul.
Foul's going to go against R.J. Smith, Charlie. That'll be his first. Knoll will check back into the basketball game for Imhotep Charter. Checking back in is, I believe, Jamison White coming back on the floor for Chaminade. Also checking back in will be Latif Lorenzano White. And Imhotep Charter has the basketball with 3:41 left to go here in the first half.
They have the 22-17 lead after trailing early in this game. Shooting for what would be their biggest lead of the contest. R.J. Smith on the spin move. Little floater up is good as he got it to go. Used the acrobatics that time. He'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Foul is going to go against Tracy Collins. That'll be his first personal foul. Fourth of the quarter against Chaminade. We've still got 3:27 left to go here, so Imhotep Charter has the opportunity to get the ball to the basket and get to the free throw line here several times, as it'll be double bonus from here on out. But R.J. Smith steps to the line, 2 points on the night, as this young man has been able to penetrate and get to the basket many times, and he knocks down the free throw, give him 3. Small in stature, but big in play.
And the score is an 8-point lead now for Imhotep Charter. Kind of starting to take control of this contest in the second quarter. Now here's another Chaminade turnover, and that's been a problem here for the Red Devils. They're 7th already.
That double team pressure, Charlie, just really seeming to rattle Chaminade here. We've seen it right from the get-go as they really look to get that double team pressure and that full court press, and Chaminade really just struggling to find a good answer for it.
Into the front court quickly is R.J. Smith. He Draws another foul, and he'll head to the free throw line, as that'll be the 5th on Chaminade.
Quincy Collins is going to get whistled for his second foul. With 3:09 left, Imhotep Charter is in full double bonus here. Colin Perry will substitute in for Chaminade after the first free throw as R.J. Smith steps back to the free throw line, and maybe not the player we expected to talk a lot about here in the first half, Charlie, but he has definitely been a fun one to talk about as he knocks down his 4th point on the first free throw try.
Definitely been a spark for this team, and in the starting lineup, 5'9" sophomore, and he's, as you said, afraid of nothing.
Quincy Collins takes the seat as the substitution for Chaminade. The second free throw is good, and Smith has 5.
10-point Panther lead. Here's a near steal. Ball will be run down, though, by Chaminade in the front court as Colin Perry kept it alive. Down low to Winker, who can't get it to go, but he's hacked and goes to the free throw line.
Foul's going to go against Latif Lorenzano White. His first personal, as Winker will make his way back to the free throw line. 2 points on the night here for Ben Winker. 2:58 left to go here in the first half as Imhotep Charter has slowly expanded what was a little bit of a tight, tough game here at the start now to a 10-point ball game. First free throw for Winker is no good. If anything, Frank Bennett, Charlie, likes to utilize that entire sideline on the Chaminade bench. He has made his way almost up to Allen and the gang all the way at the far scores table on a couple of occasions. Second free throw up, all and no good.
Zion Green had the rebound for Imhotep Charter. Step back three, R.J. Smith from downtown. Wow.
We talked about Ahmad Knoll making a couple of big boy threes, and I think we're going to toss that into the big boy 3 folder. That was a tough, tough shot.
Chaminade in the risk of another turnover in the backcourt, and they have to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining for the rest of the game, as they have yet to figure out this pressure from Imhotep Charter. 2:31 to play in the half on the Adams Network. Timeout. Back with you after this.
Hey, grab me one too.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
Following the Chaminade timeout, as they find themselves down 13 points now in a game that has really turned in the second period.
Yeah, Imhotep Charter really wanted that 10-second violation, Charlie. They came out of the timeout call pointing exasperately up at the game clock, which the shot clock reads 25 seconds. And we're not math majors up here, but 35 minus 10 is 25. With the basketball for Chaminade now is Jacob Robinson. Takes a few dribbles and now tosses it back out to Madden Irving back at the Blue Devil head. And Chaminade will reset here on the offensive side.
Another near turnover here as the ball was kept alive. 5 seconds on the shot clock and the ball stolen away. Knoll with it, full speed ahead into the front court. Little Euro step and they're calling for a travel.
6th turnover of the half against Imhotep Charter. Chaminade has committed 8 now. A couple of substitutions here for the Red Devils. Checking in Johnny Jordan along with Colin Keller. And sitting down will be Madden Irving along with Mikkel Rachel.
Chaminade looking for answers here. Jordan into the front court, right side to Keller. Back out to Johnny Jordan. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Spin move by Robinson, who had a couple of big threes early, but has been unable to get open in this second period. Now Perry on the left side, 17 to shoot to Keller. Keller for a 3, won't find the mark. And Knoll with the rebound. He's quick into the front court. Dribble drive in, popping the chops. And will shoot free throws.
Colin Perry's going to get whistled for the foul. He didn't agree with it, but he jumped just a little bit at the same time that Knoll did and give Knoll opportunity to land on the ground as Knoll will step back to the free throw line. 10 points now in the evening after a couple of nice three-point shots that were real deep and contested here. And he'll go to the line looking for a dozen. 1:37 left to go here in the first half. You're watching it all live on Central Illinois Sports from the 2024 Quincy Shootout. So happy to be part of this event again, Charlie. We were here last year, had a lot of fun, and had a nice evening here tonight, and really looking forward to a great slate of games starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
A long day, but a fun day tomorrow, as Jahadi White is back into the game for Chaminade. Second one also good by Noel.
Most importantly, we've got comfortable chairs up here, Charlie. That is a must when you're going to be here for about 13 hours.
This lead just keeps on growing, and now another near turnover. Ball knocked out of bounds by Noel as he hustled back to knock it away for Imhotep Charter.
Really starting to see the talents that they've talked about and bragged about with Ahmad Noel, especially on the offensive end, and on the defensive end. Really, just he's a dog. He's got the dog in him.
Well, you just look at him. He's a strong kid too. Here's a jump shot put up and knocked down by Colin Perry, and gets the first basket in a while for Chaminade. Noel, though, you don't get that kind of strength by accident. That comes with a lot of hard work and dedication. Here's a three on the way from the wing, no good by Colson, and the rebound the way of Chaminade. Into the front court, Robinson with 1:08 to play in the half. Quick pass to the corner. Keller three, bang, it goes again.
Keller knocks it down. He's got 6. 1:02 left to go here in the, a minute left to go now as we've got the sync issue again.
Yeah, the sticky clock. Hopefully they get that fixed for tomorrow. That could really play havoc in a game. Here's a three, top of the key, no good by Muhammad Gray, and the rebound down to Chaminade, and a chance to cut it to single digits here in the waning moments of this first half. Out top, Robinson three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Muhammad Gray. His pass into the front court to Noel, behind the back and behind the back again. Now pulls it out top. Shot clock and the game clock are about 9/10 of a second off. Here's a three on the way from the corner, up and good. Latif Lorenzo White with a three.
15 seconds left of this one. We'll get you an update with Matt Shuckman from Muddy River Sports coming up here at 10 seconds left to go.
Left side, Jahadi White Jr. Gets it out front to Johnny Jordan into a double team, in some trouble, and a foul going to be called with a half a second left to play in this first half.
Muhammad Gray is going to get whistled for his second foul of the contest, and one of those fouls that if you're Imhotep Charter going into the halftime break, a little frustrating, is Zion Green is going to substitute in here real quick as they'll try to get Muhammad Gray off the floor to risk any opportunity of picking up the third.
There'll have to be something toward the rim, maybe here toward Jahadi White. Not a lot of time to catch and shoot here with 5/10 of a second. They'll try to get it to him in the corner. He'll throw up a three. Good if it goes. It does not. And we head to halftime. The Little Jazz Motors halftime show. It is Imhotep Charter 35, Chaminade 22. Back with halftime stats and more on the Little Jazz Motors halftime show after this.
Today's halftime show is brought to you by Little Jazz Motor Company in Quincy, Illinois. We'd like to introduce you to the brand new 2024 Dodge Hornet GT all-wheel drive, offered at $32,325. The 2024 Dodge Hornet pays homage to the iconic legacy of Dodge performance. The Hornet GT comes equipped with a 2.0 Hurricane 4 turbo engine that boasts up to 268 horsepower, making it the most powerful compact utility vehicle on the market. Stop by Little Jazz today and take this eye-catching CUV powerhouse for a spin.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs, or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show, it is a 35-22 lead for Imhotep Charter on top of Chaminade at the halftime break, and Brian Shoemaker's with Matt Schuckman of Muddy River Sports.
Brian Shoemaker here on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime report, live from the Quincy Shootout as Imhotep Charter leads Chaminade 35-22 in our nightcap of night number 1, joined by Matt Schuckman from Muddy River Sports. And Matt, we see that same kind of defensive tenacity in Imhotep Charter as we kind of did with Link. A lot of full court pressure, really trying to get those double team traps. They've caused a lot of turnovers here and a lot of mental challenges for Chaminade as they've tried to figure out this full court press.
Well, their backcourt's been really good on denying the pass. Done a really nice job of defending the perimeter and putting pressure on the guards. Quincy needs to take note of that because that's what they're going to face tomorrow night. Imhotep uses its length pretty well and its quickness really well to create more of an up-tempo style. And I know Chaminade got out and had a strong start, but Imhotep, you saw what they could do coming back once they got the game at their speed and with their pressure.
And, of course, the big talk here tonight, one of the big players we focused on coming into the shootout, Ahmad Knoll, put up a couple of big boy threes. Yeah. I mean, those are man threes that he knocks down, and you start to see him, of course, his defensive tenacity that really kind of sparks this Imhotep Charter team, especially when they get down within the half-court set and within the three-point line. He really seems to play a bigger presence in that defensive game.
Well, he's built like a linebacker, you know, and so he's going to knock guys off the ball. He's going to be able to physically take on guys, and you're seeing that. And then when you add in his skill set offensively, it's like, wow. There's a reason he's going to UConn. He's a man among boys on this court.
For Chaminade on the other side, they've been able to get a few things put together. Ben Winkler has been a nice inside presence for them, maybe somebody they didn't expect to really kind of add some size and bulk to go against some of this Imhotep Charter length. But what do you see out of Chaminade in the first half? What have you liked that's kind of kept them within at least an arm reach here in the first half?
Well, I thought early they did a nice job of getting some dribble penetration to set up some buckets. They kind of got away from that as the half went on. But I like the way they move the ball. They get everybody involved. If they continue to do that and get some dribble penetration, get the ball to the rim a little more to those big guys. I mean, they're down 13 right now. They could be back in this pretty quick.
We'll get you ready for the second half here on Central Illinois Sports. You're watching the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show. We thank Matt Schuckman for all of his help here today, and we'll see him bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for Principia versus Winchester West Central. We will step away for a short break. When we come back, second half action here from the Quincy Shootout. You're watching it all live on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you tired of being caught off guard? Slipping up in a winter storm? Don't let this be you. Say goodbye to shovels that break faster than your New Year's resolution.
Well, before the snow falls, visit your local Farm and Home Supply, your one-stop shop for everything winter. From snow blowers to a sturdy snow shovel. From different size ice scrapers to ice melt. And from sleds to hats, gloves, coats, bibs, and a lot more, we got you covered.
Warning, finding everything in one place may lead to extreme joy and the absence of disappointment. Farm and Home Supply is not responsible for spontaneous snowball fights, increased snow angel production, or the overwhelming desire to hug your snowblower.
Hey, grab me one too.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team. celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's open heart surgery team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hardworking heart.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Thank you to our friends at Little Jess Motors for being our halftime sponsor. 3431 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois, or online at littlejessmotor.com. They're committed to making the car buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are met. Stop by and see them. They have lots of those great 2024 vehicles on the lot now, including the Hornet that you learned about just at the beginning of the halftime show. It's a sharp-looking vehicle, and it could be yours.
Halftime statistics here on the Little Jess halftime show. Let's start for Imhotep Charter. 11 of 29 from the field in the first half. 4 of 10 from behind the arc. 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Ahmad Noel with 12 points. R.J. Smith in a surprise role comes out with 8. Carnell Henderson with 4. Cody Colson with 2. And Jeremiah White with 4. Imhotep Charter has committed 6 turnovers here in the first 2 periods. For the Chaminade Red Devils, 8 of 25 from the first in the shooting in the first half from the floor, 4 of 13 from behind the arc, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. In the points column here, Colin Perry with 2, Johnny Jordan with 2, Jacob Robinson with 7, Jamison White with 2, Colin Keller with 6, Jihadi White Jr. with 1, and Ben Winkler with 2. Chaminade has committed 8 turnovers.
It will be Chaminade basketball to start the second half of play. The Red Devils find themselves down by 13 points after having an early lead in this contest. It really was quite the second period for Imhotep Charter as the Panthers went on quite the run.
Yeah, really just starting to flex their muscle here, Charlie, and especially, we talk about their full court pressure, but when they get in the half-court set, they are double tough down low. They're just stronger, they're just longer right now, and Chaminade's just searching for answers.
2 young teams, though. That's what we talked about earlier. These guys are all young. Here's a shot put up, no good by Johnny Jordan. And the rebound is secured by Noel. Except for him.
Yeah, he's a big cat.
Full-grown man out there. Shot put up, no good. And on the rebound, they'll say Zaire Muhammad Gray pushed off.
For Muhammad Gray, that's going to be his 3rd personal foul. First of the quarter here against Imhotep Charter. We remind you, as we remind ourselves, after 5 team fouls in a quarter, we go to double bonus shooting. Is checking in for the Panthers is number 2, Carnell Henderson, and Muhammad Gray will take a seat with his 3rd foul.
Just underway here in period number 3. Chaminade trying to make a little run here and get back into this contest. Not that they're completely out of it, but they haven't had much momentum in a while. Perry kicks to the wing. That's Keller. Keller for a 3. It's no good. Rebound on the offensive side to Jihadi White. He'll go up, shot no good, but he's fouled on the play by Jeremiah White from Imhotep Charter, and Jihadi White will shoot 2 free throws.
Jeremiah White will pick up his 3rd personal foul. So a couple of the bigs here for the Panthers picking up some early 3rd fouls, and Andre Noble is going to dig into the bench here. Zion Green will come checking in after the first free throw. Jihadi White Jr. back to the free throw line. Just 1 point here on the evening as it has gotten eerily quiet in Blue Devil Gym. First one is up, and it is good. Give him 2 on the evening. For all of the noise and all the crowd that was here, Charlie, it has grown just a hair thin as we approach 9:30 in the Central Time Zone. And the second free throw up off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Ahmed Noel.
Noel will take it toward the front court now. 7:09 to play in the 3rd period. Pass on the right side to the man who had the great first half. That was R.J. Smith. Ball on the perimeter now goes to Zion Green. He'll put up a little runner on the left hand. It's good.
His first basket of the contest.
So he's into the game because of foul trouble and showing what he can do. Here's a pass down low, and Jihadi White will get free for the slam.
Just opened enough there on that backdoor kind of screen, Charlie. Opened up an opportunity for himself and wide open after he got the basketball.
Well, both Jihadi and Jamison White are big, strong kids. Jihadi a little thicker at this point than Jamison is, but they both stand about 6'8". A lot of potential in those two guys. Here's a 3 now by Smith, no good. Rebound saved in, and the good hustle of Zion Green will save the possession for his team with 12 seconds on the shot clock here.
Green will be the trigger man. No, yep, they're going to, now Noel will be the inbound man.
We'll reset the shot clock as it went out of bounds off of Chaminade to 20 seconds. Noel takes a glance up, now pulls up for a 3. It's no good. Rebound loose, and to Johnny Jordan for the Red Devils. Into the front court, Colin Perry on the bounce. Has picked up the dribble, looks for an opening, finds the pass on the wing to Jihadi White. Now to Jamison White, 5:55 to play in the 3rd period. Top of the key, Perry trying to make something happen. His fadeaway jump shot, tough one, gets it to go.
Whew.
Colin Perry with the bucket to make it a 10-point game.
Perry's got 4 on the evening on a tough shot.
That was not an easy look by any stretch of the imagination. Noel with it. His last shot was well off the mark. Now they bring a double team his direction. R.J. Smith with it, and he's trying to direct some traffic. The sophomore guard with 13. He wants to go in against White. Shot up no good. Jamison White with the rebound. Into the front court left side, Colin Perry. To Jihadi White. Spin move and foul going to be called on Zion Green.
They'll get Green for just a little bit of a reach in on the body there, and it's going to be his first personal foul for Imhotep Prep. It'll be their 3rd team foul of the quarter. 5:07 left to go here in the 3rd frame, and it's a 10-point lead, but Chaminade has the basketball.
Jamison White out front. He'll try the drive in. Floater up, no good. Rebound fought for, and Noel runs it down for Imhotep Prep. Out top Smith, quick first step. Lets the man fly by, but they'll say shuffle the feet.
7th turnover against the Panthers here. As Chaminade will have the length of the floor to go. Now they start to meet some extended pressure here from the Panthers. 1-2-2, 3-quarter court press.
This is what gave Chaminade some trouble in the first half. This ball tipped, run down to the front court. Keller underneath. Kicks it out top. Tipped again, run down by Johnny Jordan. Jordan then throws it into the stands as he was expecting somebody to be on the wing, and no one was home when he threw the pass.
He thought Jamison White was going to be there. White was trying to backdoor cut, maybe get the basketball in the lane.
Into the front court come the Panthers. Carnell Henderson gets it right side of Smith for a 3, good. R.J. Smith with another triple.
11 on the night for R.J. Smith, who has been the most fun surprise, I think, of this basketball game for us, Charlie.
He's been very, very good for this Panther squad. Perry finds the open man down low. Keller turnaround shot no good. And the rebound down to the Panthers. Knoll takes it quickly into the front court. Pass down low to Zion Green, who lays it up and in for two.
Knoll gets the deuce. Green gets the, Green gets the deuce. Knoll gets the dime. He's got 4.
Other way, Jahadi White gets free, drives in. Shot is good. They'll say the man moved underneath of him, so it'll be a blocking foul. He'll have a chance at the and one here.
Green will pick up his second foul of the contest.
See on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay. Green still moving a little bit underneath and called for the block as the basket went in.
Jahadi White with 6 points now on the evening, trying to make it 7. 42-29. Chaminade trying to stay in this one here with 3:50 left to go in the third as the Panthers just continue to extend this lead just little by little, Charlie. It's nothing flashy. It's not like there's been a big run. It's just that they just kind of keep finding ways to stack up points here and there.
Well, and Chaminade does some, they've been doing some good things, getting the ball where they want to in their scoring spots like they did there with White. Here's a turnaround shot, tough on the paint, gets it to go. It is Carnell Henderson, the 6'3 junior.
He's got 6.
Makes it 44-29. 3:30 to play in the third. Perry gets it into the front court to Robinson. Had to run it down in the corner, nearly turned over. Finds the open man, top of the key though. Jordan for 3, good as he hits the three-pointer to fall. Johnny Jordan from downtown makes it a 12-point game. Chaminade's played in a lot of these type of contests though against top competition. There's a reason their record's not quite as flashy as some. Here's a block shot by Jahadi White. Rebound into the front court. Robinson on the run. He'll lose it out of bounds, but they'll say that's because he was fouled here. Wow.
Just got bumped on the baseline just a little too hard as Knoll's going to get picked up for the foul. That's just his first of the contest. Fourth, though, of the quarter against the Panthers. Checking back in here for Chaminade is number 0, Madden Irving, along with 33, Ben Winker. Cody Colson checks back in for the Panthers as Chaminade will inbound underneath their own basket. As they're maybe, they're saying that is going to be 5.
Huh.
Okay.
I'll have it with 4.
I thought we were at 4 as well.
We'll call it 5. All righty.
They have the scoreboard and they get
that's
to
right.
do whatever you say.
They get to choose, right?
Get to choose. So at the line here is going to be Jacob Robinson. He's got 8 points now as he knocks down the first free throw. And checking back in will be Zaire Muhammad Gray for Imhotep Charter. Second one up, rolls around out of the rim, no good. Comes down into the hands of Zaire Muhammad Gray.
They'll get it to Knoll, who brings it into the front court. Attacks to the free throw line. Pull up, jump shot, rims it and out, no good. Winker the rebound for Chaminade. 2:45 to play in this third period. Robinson gets it on the wing, left side. Skips it across the top to Jordan. Now top of the key, 3-point shot up and good. Tracy Collins with a tray.
Tracy Collins knocks down his first basket of the ball game. Chaminade shooting 6 of 16 from behind the arc, Charlie. One of the things that's kind of keeping them within their arm's length here.
They've cut it down to an 8-point game. And the foul trouble for the Panthers has not allowed them to pressure like they were earlier in the game. Here's a pass now batted around underneath, out of bounds. Robinson touched it last, so it'll stay with Imhotep Charter underneath their own hoop.
Chaminade getting a little more defensively pesky here as Imhotep Prep is going to take the timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. For reliable internet that won't let you down, give the guys at Adams Fiber a call or visit them online at followthefiber.net. We're back here in 60 seconds on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you tired of being caught off guard? Slipping up in a winter storm? Don't let this be you. Say goodbye to shovels that break faster than your New Year's resolution.
Well, before the snow falls, visit your local Farm and Home Supply, your one-stop shop for everything winter. From snow blowers to a sturdy snow shovel. From different size ice scrapers to ice melt. And from sleds to hats, gloves, coats, bibs, and a lot more, we got you covered.
Warning, finding everything in one place may lead to extreme joy and the absence of disappointment. Farm and Home Supply is not responsible for spontaneous snowball fights, increased snow angel production, or the overwhelming desire to hug your snowblower.
Hey, grab me one too.
of the Panther timeout. It'll be Chaminade basketball length of the court to go. The Panthers are going to put a little full court pressure on once again here. That's what got them going in that first half. Chaminade, those fought back into this one, only down 8.
They need a couple of big stops here at some point, Charlie. They've really got to probably get this thing within. You'd like to hope maybe get this thing within like 4 or 3.
5 seconds on the shot clock as Knoll has it out top. I don't know if he knows. Now to Smith, right side, three-pointer blocked, and that'll be a shot clock violation, the first we've seen of the shootout.
Well, if you had your DraftKings parlay at over 0.05, you just cashed. It went great.
Right.
We at Central Illinois Sports do not condone sports betting on high school games.
No, we do not.
No, we do not.
For legal purposes.
Just say it in jest. Just having fun here at the late hour. Someone has lost a shoe.
Don't throw it. Who throws a shoe?
Who throws a shoe?
I think it's Smith, actually. He's going around with 1 foot in the sock look. Missed shot now. No, with it between the
that is a
circles with the back-to-back dribbles as he's going down the court.
Dirty crossover. Dirty like the blowout in a baby's diaper. Goodness.
I put a interesting thought.
Madden Irving's going to get picked up for the foul. That's his first.
I thank you for that, I think, Brian. Inbounds pass here for the Panthers. Knoll out top to Green. 1:24 to play in the third period. Knoll turns the corner, drives in, shot up no good, foul, then he'll head to the free throw line where he's been very, very good in this contest.
First foul, I believe, Charlie, went against. Trying to see who they whistled that against. I apologize that I didn't quite see it. I believe that's Jacob Robinson.
Knoll with the first one. It's good.
Thank you. Knoll gets the first. He's got 13 points in the night now as Colin Perry checks back in, and Johnny Jordan will take a seat. Checking back in for Imhotep Charter is Latif Lorenzano White. Charlie, you and I see a lot of basketball here in our local region, and as Knoll gets the second free throw, he's got 14. Lorenzano White is 6'4". Doesn't look like one of the tallest guys on the floor. If he was in one of our normal games, he'd be a giant.
Yeah, to be the biggest guy probably for either team. Yeah. Here's a ball mock free. Knoll gets the steal. Just muscled it away from Winker. Works it into the front court with the left-hand bounce. A minute to play in the third, and he's fouled. On the floor, it appears.
Foul on the floor is going to go against Jihadi White Jr. That'll be his second personal. Well, no, it can't be. Excuse me. That's going to go against Winker. Yeah, sorry, Winker. That'll be his third instead. Let's try and get it right here as we get towards the latter half of this one.
Step back three, Knoll won't go. Rebound on the play, comes down, put back up and in for Carnell Henderson.
Carnell Henderson with a fantastic play. And the foul again is going to go against Winker. That's going to be his fourth. As you get a good look at it there on the Northwestern Mutual replay cam. Thanks to Sheila Davidsmeyer for sponsorship of that feature on our Central Illinois Sports broadcast. Free throws up and good for Henderson. He's got 9. Imhotep Charter is 12 of 13 from the charity stripe here tonight, Charlie.
Getting the right guys fouled, huh? 37 seconds to play in the period. Here's a drive in and another foul. There's been a lot of fouls on both teams here in this third period. Free throws here.
Foul is going to go against R.J. Smith. That'll be his second personal foul. We're in bonus with 35 seconds left to go here in the third. Charlie, one of the things we see here, and we've had a couple of anomalies here for a lot of the games we've seen this season now with the Big 5 foul rule, we've seen less free throws on a more regular basis.
I think that's the point.
Yeah, and that's the point. But as the first free throw is good for Tracy Collins. Game's moving just a little more fast, especially towards the end as he gets the second one.
Makes it a 12-point game, 49-37. Shot clock and the game clock are about a half second off of one another here. As Smith takes it into the front court. So for all intents and purposes, Imhotep Charter could hold for a final shot. Smith with it on the right wing. 16 seconds now. Has picked it up close to 5. Needs some help. Lobs it over the top for Knoll, and a timeout taken here by Andre Noble. 10.2 seconds to play in the third. Imhotep Charter is up by 12.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their task. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
10.2 seconds to play in the third. Timeout taken here by the Panthers. They'll have 2 timeouts remaining for the game with 10 seconds on the shot clock, 10.2 on the shot clock, and 10 on the game clock.
Really nice defense by Tracy Collins on that last possession for Chaminade. Charlie really had R.J. Smith kind of in a fit there and almost got the turnover before they could get the timeout called. But really nice defensive effort from Chaminade, and they're going to need a few more of those if they're going to get this thing tightened up here in the fourth.
All downs here for Imhotep Charter. On the sideline near their own bench as Carnell Henderson will throw it in. They're going to double Knoll and not let him catch it. He says, just throw it in the backcourt. I got you. He'll work it to Henderson with 8. Henderson will attack, try to get downhill. Kicks it out right side. Smith, 3, no good. Rebound tipped around. Winker has it. And Chaminade will not get a shot off before the buzzer sounds. We head to the final quarter of play. It's Imhotep Charter 49, Chaminade 37.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
Ready to start quarter number 4. Imhotep Charter, the Panthers on top of the Chaminade Red Devils, 49-37.
For the team in the lead, Imhotep Charter, they shoot 16 of 43 after 3 quarters of play, 5 of 16 from behind the arc, and 12 of 13 from the charity stripe for Chaminade. 13 of 36 from the field, 6 of 17 from long range, and 6 of 10 from the free throw line. It's Imhotep Charter basketball here as R.J. Smith takes it across the timeline.
It's been a bright spot for this squad. He gets it Knoll out top. Trying to direct some traffic as they're really trying to do their best to get the ball out of his hands as Chaminade here. They know he's quite the playmaker. Now on the right side, dribble drive in by Lorenzano White. Shot blocked and the rebound down to Perry. He'll kick it out top. Around the horn it comes. Keller looking for Johnny Jordan now on the left side. And we get a foul called here. It was a
down in the paint. They're going to whistle that against. They're going to whistle that against Jeremiah White. That's going to be his 4th, Charlie, and it'll be the first of the quarter against the Panthers.
Johnny Jordan to inbound, looking for Jahani White. Has to lob it in instead to Keller. Keller hit a couple big threes. Does he have a few left in him here to bring this team back into single digits? Free throw line, Jahadi White drives in. Man goes for the flop, and Jahadi White goes in for 2.
8 points on the nice move from Jahadi White, and a lot of big bodies in the paint tonight, just banging hard, and that might have, like you said, maybe been just a hair of a flop, but goodness gracious. Big kids on the floor here at Blue Devil Gym tonight.
Here's Knoll, pull-up jump shot, free throw line, very, very smooth. And he gets it to go.
Frank Bennett just kind of turned around and didn't know what to think when he turned around and looked at his coaching staff.
What do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do? Yeah, not much to do really there. Here's a drive in now. Jamison White off the window and in and answers the bucket with an answer of his own. Makes it a 10-point game again. But if you're Chaminade, you need stops.
You've got to get some stops. You got to get some turnovers that you can turn into points here and probably start doing it very quickly here as time's starting to tick away.
Here's a drive in. Shot put up is good by Smith.
He has got 13 on the teardrop layup, and man, oh man, has he been fun to watch.
6 minutes left in this one. All around down near the half-court line. Now dribble drive in, chop it up. Johnny Jordan with another two, and they just keep trading baskets back and forth here.
Kind of those one rare disconnects on the defensive side for Imhotep Charters. They get the basketball into Jeremiah White. He'll go up and get fouled and go to the free throw line as Jamison White will get whistled for the foul. It'll be his first of the contest. First of the quarter against Chaminade.
And who's shooting the free throws here?
Shooting the free throws should be White. And they need a couple of guys in here in the paint to line things up.
Yeah, have to fill those bottom blocks, of course.
You get those guys huddled up, Charlie. I'll tell a funny story here. We were at a small school tournament here just north of Quincy during the Christmas break, and Chicago Horizon Southwest was down. And their opponents called all five guys over to the huddle real quick during a free throw. Coach for Horizon Southwest yelled to his point guard and said, "Fred, go see what they're talking about over there." Fred ran in, poked his head in the huddle, and said, "What's up?" One of those things you probably had to be there more than hear me tell about it. As Jeremiah White gets the first free throw, and he's got 5 points. The jokes keep on coming all through tomorrow, folks. Tip your waitress and try the fish.
Made them both to make it a 12-point lead again. 5:39 remaining. Chaminade with the basketball in the hands of Jordan, the 6'2 sophomore. To Keller, looking in the post, trying to find White. They'll get it to Jihadi White, and he'll be fouled. They'll say they're pushing him from behind.
Foul is going to go against Lorenzano White. For Latif, that'll be his second personal foul. Second of the quarter here against Imhotep Charter. Chaminade will inbound underneath as Johnny Jordan will work the ball inbounds. Gets it up onto Colin Perry, and he'll get the quick layup. 6 points of the night for Perry.
And again, a 10-point game. Chaminade has been unable to get a stop the last couple of times down the court. Yeah, if they trade baskets back and forth the rest of the game, Imhotep Charter will win by, I guess, 8 or 10 points. Here's a missed three, as now Chaminade does get the stop, and into the front court come the Red Devils. Jordan with it on the wing left side. That's to Keller. Keller on the drive. Finger roll won't go. Jihadi White kept it alive, saves it in, but they'll say no. His foot was on the baseline. Out of bounds it goes here to Imhotep Charter.
Nice movement on that possession for Chaminade. Got the ball to the baseline as Jihadi White was able to clear the lane out. Unfortunately, Colin Keller couldn't finish that time.
Just a hair under 5 minutes left in the contest. As Knoll takes it into the front court. He'll look for an opening to Smith. If you'd have watched the warm-ups and you'd have said, who's going to have one of the best performances of the night? Smith doesn't necessarily look the part, man, but he's played the part.
He has played like it. He drives into the lane, goes up again with a nice little up and under layup. R.J. Smith has 15.
I mean, he's 5'9", driving in there against these guys that are 6'8", 6'9", and going right at him. And now a foul underneath as they're trying to wrestle Jihadi White down there, and that's a big man to try to keep out of getting position in the paint.
Lorenzano White will get whistled for the foul. It'll be his third. Third of the quarter against the Panthers.
I'd say a majority of the Panthers' fouls have come trying to guard Jihadi White.
He's a big cat.
Inbounds pass comes to Jamison White on the wing to Jihadi White. Through three guys, shot no good, and the rebound down to Knoll. He'll push it into the front court, crosses over, gets to the middle, a little Euro step, and they'll call him for an offensive foul.
Second against Knoll for the game here. turnover against Imhotep Charter will be their 8th of the contest, if I've got things marked correctly here. With 3:59 left to go here, Chaminade gets a stop. They've got to get a bucket to get this back within 10 or possibly single digits. As one of our young men working the mops here. I stole his chair during halftime, Charlie, when we talked to Matt Shuckman, and he did not have a pleasant look for me.
Surprised he didn't hit you with the broom.
Well, he could have just struck me with the broom and got me up. But.
Left side, Perry gets it. Drives on the baseline, gets underneath. Shot blocked. It'll stay on this end.
And it's that same coverage. Chaminade's able to take opportunities on the baseline when they present themselves, but when they try to drive in and Imhotep is set defensively, boy, it is a challenge. They drive into double, triple coverage sometimes, almost every time.
Johnny White to Jamison White. Out top Perry now with 3:40 left. Looks for an opening, right side to Jordan. Jamison White out front. Looks to Jihadi White on the wing. Big man puts it on the floor. 3 seconds to shoot. Perry gets it down Jihadi White, and they won't get a shot off. Defensive stop here by Imhotep Charter when they needed it.
They'll go for full court pressure again here, Charlie, trying to get another stop. But again, you get those opportunities right now. 3:20 left. Time is ticking away fast, and you've got to get that ball in the bucket.
Pass on the right side. Zion Green for a 3, no good. A little early in the shot clock that time for the Panthers. And Jordan brings it the other way. He'll put up a runner, no good. And Knoll controls yet another board. Leaves it off to Perry, and he'll be fouled by Keller deep in the backcourt.
For Keller, it'll just be his first of the contest. Second of the game here against Chaminade. Checking in for the Red Devils is number 5, Jacob Robinson. And Jeremiah White checks back in for Imhotep Charter. We remind you we'll be back here bright and early for breakfast at Blue Devil Gym coming up about 8:45 is probably when we'll get on the air for Principia versus Winchester West Central. And then a full slate of basketball all through the day, going through the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, probably 11 o'clock hour tomorrow night. We hope you'll join us at some point. Join us as much as you want, though. We'd love to have you. Smith with the basketball. Up in the Blue Devil head. Now gets the pick from Knoll. Drives in the right side. Goes up high. Teardrop bucket over Jihadi White Jr., Charlie. And that is another fantastic play for R.J. Smith.
Kid knows how to use the angles for sure. Here's a pass on the wing. Robinson for 3. Good. Robinson nails the triple to make it an 11-point contest. 2:22 left and a timeout taken by Imhotep Charter. An Adams Fiber timeout for fast, reliable internet that doesn't buffer and is reliable when you need it. It's Adams Fiber. Visit followthefiber.net.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
You're getting thirsty, bold, refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with DOT, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose DOT.
Timeout taken by Imhotep Charter. So both teams will have a single timeout remaining for the final 2:21 of this one. Panthers have the 11-point lead, though. And there'll be length of the court to go as Chaminade now will have a little full court pressure. Henderson to throw it in. Close to 5, gets it to Smith. Smith lets everybody clear out. He wants to bring this up himself against Johnny Jordan. One sophomore against another. Now Knoll with it. He's out of a double team on the dribble. They're really trying to make sure he gets out of his hand. The problem is he sees the floor so well, he always finds the open man.
Right, yeah. You poke the bear a little bit, and you're going to get what you sow.
R.J. Smith with it. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Going to go to work. Little hesitation, kicks to the wing, finds the open man. 3 is up and good by Zaire Muhammad Gray.
Muhammad Gray knocks down his first basket of the ball game on the dish from R.J. Smith. We've got another Adams Fiber timeout. We'll take it real quick. It's a full. We'll come back in 60 seconds on Central Illinois Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
1:42 to play in the fourth quarter. 59-48, the lead for the Imhotep Charter Panthers on top of Chaminade. Chaminade took their final time out of the contest by my count. They'll have the basketball on the sideline. They've never really been out of this contest, but
never been in it either.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like they were in it. Yeah, it's 62-48, by the way. Scoreboard a little slow to update as that big 3 was hit by Muhammad Gray right at the end of the shot clock. And credit to the Panthers, they've hit shots when they've needed to. .120 to play. Down low, Jahadi White, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, won't spin through. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Whistle is going to come against Carnell Henderson. For Henderson, that'll be his second personal foul. It'll be 5th of the quarter, I believe, here for Imhotep Charter. Chaminade will be in the bonus for the remaining 1:16. To the line will be Jahadi White Jr. 8 points on the night for Jahadi. As we start to see some fans start to make their way out of the arena here this evening. First free throw is up and no good. They're all going to get some sleep and get back here tomorrow morning for our early contest. And
overrated.
What's that?
Sleep.
Sleep. It kind of is on a weekend like this. Second free throw up for Jahadi White Jr. No good, and we're going to get a foul off ball, and it's going to head the other way as they're going to whistle Jamison White for the hold. White's second foul of the ball game.
1:16 left, 62-48. Imhotep Charter has the lead. They'll play Quincy High School tomorrow night at 7:30. And in front of them will be a packed house here.
I think this place will be rocking like we have not seen it in quite some time tomorrow night.
Just over a minute to play. Knoll, pull up 3. No good. Rebound tipped out and secured by Jordan. And working to Robinson to the front court. This 3-point shot, no good. And a quick rebound comes into the hands of Carnell Henderson. A chance for the Panthers to slow it down a bit, up by 14 with 45 seconds remaining. And a foul out front.
Jacob Robinson will pick up his second. Chaminade still has 1 to give here before the bonus with 40 seconds left to go.
I think you just want to play solid defense here. I don't know that they're going to make up a 14-point deficit with no timeouts with 41.8 seconds to play, but they'll foul.
I bet they'll give it a shot anyway. Third foul for Robinson. And our good friend R.J. Smith will make his way to the free throw line as Charlie wouldn't, you would believe it based on the way, if you've watched this ball game, R.J. Smith is the leading scorer in the entire contest so far. Smith steps to the free throw line. First one is up and good, and if there is something that Imhotep Charter does really well, besides just play basketball, it's make free throws. 18 points on the night for Smith. And he eyes up the second. Second one is up and good. They are 16 of 17 from the free throw line tonight.
I don't know what that percentage is exactly, but it's high.
It's almost 100.
Here's a pass inside Jihadi White, and they'll call that a jump ball. Stays with Chaminade here. One of the rare jump balls in this contest. Underneath here for the Red Devils.
Double teaming Jihadi White as they've done all game, and goodness, they've made it tough for him tonight.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Zaire Muhammad Gray. A couple pretty good-sized sophomores battling in the paint.
Those are sophomores. Barely drive a car.
Pass in is tipped out of bounds. Although Ahmad Knoll said, nobody touched that.
Nobody touched that one, he says.
I'm not so sure he wasn't right, by the way.
Yeah.
The referee's a lot closer than we are. 30 seconds to play. Pass down low. Jihadi White has it stripped and stolen away by the smallest man on the floor, and guess who that is? R.J. Smith.
We'll get a foul in the backcourt here as Jamison White will pick up his third. And R.J. Smith gets a free throw line with an opportunity to put 20 in the scorebook tonight. 17.9 left here in this one. We'll wrap things up on the Blessing Health System post-game show and get you set for Saturday's action. Smith, first one's up and good. He's got 20.
I bet you he's a fan favorite.
We'll see how this Panthers squad fares tomorrow night as they will be the proverbial enemy on the court tomorrow night against what expects to be a very big Quincy High cheering section. And if you haven't seen everything else, we get stuck in the rim.
The jump ball goes to Imhotep Charter on the alternating possession arrow with 11.6 seconds left. Chaminade will guard hard. No reason to foul here, though. Knoll with it. He looks for the dribble now out of the double team, and he'll take it across and dribble this one out. Final is Imhotep Charter, 66. Chaminade 48. We take you to the Blessing Health System post-game show. Final stats and our player of the game next.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's open heart surgery team, celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's open heart surgery team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hard-working heart.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
66-48 is the victory for Imhotep Charter over Chaminade here in the final game of day number one of this 2024 Quincy Shootout. And the Panthers took an early deficit, turned it around, and then really never let Chaminade get fully back into the contest en route to their 13th victory of the year.
Yeah, for Imhotep Charter, they finished 21 of 52 from the field, 6 of 20 from behind the arc, 18 of 19 from the free throw line of their 66 points tonight. Ahmad Knoll finishes with 16 points. The big man tonight, the smallest man on the floor, is R.J. Smith with 21 points. Carnell Henderson finishes with 9. Latif Lorenzano White finishes with 3. Cody Colson finishes with 2. Zaire Muhammad Gray finishes with 3. Zion Green with 4. And Jeremiah White finishes with 6. Imhotep Charter committed 8 turnovers on the evening. On the opposite side for the Chaminade Red Devils, 18 of 49 from the field, 7 of 20 from behind the arc, and 6 of 12 from the free throw line. Colin Perry finished with 6 points on the night. Johnny Jordan with 7. Tracy Collins with 5. Jacob Robinson with 11. Jamison White with 4. Colin Keller with 6. And Jihadi White Jr. with 8. Ben Winkler tossed in one basket for 2 points. Red Devils committed 12 turnovers on the evening.
Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the Play of the Game on Central Illinois Sports, as financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris is proudly bringing you the player of this game. That's R.J. Smith. What a night for that young man.
Boy, a lot of fun to watch. We saw it early when he took a couple of drives to the basket and kind of took us a little bit by surprise with his small stature, but then he just continued to do it. And they continued to foul him and put him at the free throw line, and he knocked down some shots. And really, what a fun surprise here tonight from the Imhotep Charter Squad, as we expected to talk all night about Amon Knoll, and we did a little bit because he's a fantastic player in his own right, but RJ really kind of stole the show here in the nightcap at Blue Devil Gym.
We get set for action tomorrow, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, Principia and Winchester West Central. First of 9 games to come your way. We hope you'll join us then. For Brian Shoemaker and Tim Hull, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us on this Central Illinois Sports presentation.